Hello again, everyone. I'm Paul the Nitro Skivers, and welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Friday, as I mentioned. I just did the Impact report just a few hours ago. It is now time for the Weekend Report, Part 1. I'm going to get to the SmackDown results first, and then a major announcement announced today by the Delaware State News. So let's get started with the SmackDown report. It started out with Edge coming out to ringside with a truck hauler where they haul cars. What came out there? But Alberto Del Rio's missing car, $120,000 down the drain as Edge spray paints the hood of the car. That naturally brought out Del Rio, who was very upset about this. Edge made it crystal clear he did not. Alberto Del Rio gets no rematch according to him, but Didor Long comes out there after Del Rio calls out Edge and the driver of that truck, Christian. So Teddy Long comes out there and announces that Alberto Del Rio would meet Christian later in the night in a number one contenders match, the winner to face Edge in a ladder match at the next WWF pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, May 1st in Tampa, Florida. After the announcement was made, the next bout was an 8-man, 2 out of 3 falls match that saw The Big Show, Kane, Santino Marella, and Kofi Kingston defeat the Core. The first fall was won when the Big Show knocked out Justin Gabriel, in the first fall in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Second fall was awarded to the Core as Wade Barrett nailed Santino Marella with a Wasteland in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And in the end, Kane had Wade Barrett up in the choke slam, but the rest of the Core came in there and the referee had no other choice but to disqualify Barrett at 5 minutes 25 seconds in the match. The Big Show's team picks up the win. Congratulations to them. That was a pretty good match. Then we had Cody Rhodes and The Mask. We get another quick win over Trent Beretta. He continued to beat him up with The Mask until Rey Mysterio decides to make a save. Watch out in the future as these two men are going to keep eating up throughout the spring of this year. Then they replayed the Cena Rock confrontation. Yes, we know, Cena versus The Rock, WrestleMania 27 in Miami, Florida next year. Lay Cool comes out there, but they lose tonight to Kelly Kelly and Beth Phoenix. And then Lay Cool starting having dissension. I mean some dissension. First, the Beautiful People break up, and now Lay Cool's having dissension. Some very interesting things going on in the women's division in both leagues, the TNA and the World Wrestling Entertainment. Watch out for the near future. I sense a major breakup involving Lay Cool for the next, I would guess, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. And then, of course, the biggest pain in the ass in the world, Michael Cole. Yet I have not heard anything yet, folks, about Michael Cole accepting my challenge, and it's still out there, Cole, with Swagger. I'm going to skip that and right into Sin Cara showing Jack Swagger how to wrestle. Watch out for that kid in the near future, Sin Cara. Reminds me a lot of a combination of a young Rey Mysterio and the Juice Juventud Guerrera. And then they replayed the Austin Miz match from Monday Night Raw, had their Hall of Fame recap, and then in the main event, Alberto Del Rio finally gets a bit of revenge on Christian as he beats him in a number one contenders match thanks to an enziguri kick while Christian was on the top rope. Edge speared Brodus Clay to prevent any interference, but that turned out to be a distraction. Alberto Del Rio picks up the win, and Alberto Del Rio will face Edge in a ladder match in Tampa at Extreme Rules May 1st. And that was the end of SmackDown. All in all, it was a pretty good show tonight. The 8-man tag was very good. Christian and Del Rio was a very good match. Dissension amongst Lay Cool. And that's where some of the high points of SmackDown. A very good show this week. And now, on to the big major announcement today. July 23rd is going to be the biggest day in the history of professional wrestling right here in the city of Delaware, once again proving that Delaware is the mecca of all professional wrestling. According to the Delaware State News today, the Delaware State Fair lineup is complete, and on Saturday night, July 23rd, history will be made. First, of course, we have the 1CW event, Kings and Queens, featuring WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. Will be there on July 23rd at the 1CW Arena on Salisbury Road in Dover, Delaware. More on that in the coming weeks. But at the Delaware State Fair itself, at the Harrington Fairgrounds in Harrington, Delaware, TNA Wrestling will make its Delaware debut Saturday, July 23rd. According to the Delaware State News, here's who's going to be on the lineup. The hardcore legend Mick Foley, first time Mick's been back in Delaware since 1995. Matt Hardy will also be there. The King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, and of course, the big one, the best promo man in professional wrestling today, the self-proclaimed asshole of TNA, Mr. Asshole, Mr. Anderson, will be at the Delaware State Fair. Tickets will go on sale April 22nd at the Harrington Fairgrounds box office. Excuse me, not at the Fairgrounds box office, excuse me. Tickets go on sale April 22nd. You can get them at www.delawarestatefair.com or 1-800-514-3849. Tickets are priced as follows. General admission is $26. The box seats up in the upper level is $36. Right near ringside, the patio seats are $46, and then front row ringside with a special meet and greet with all the TNA stars would be $56. Folks, I'm telling you, July 23rd, mark your date down on your calendar. It is going to be the biggest day in the history of professional wrestling. Two major promotions. The star power is unbelievable. July 23rd, 1CW at the 1CW Arena, first anniversary show, Kings and Queens, featuring Jerry the King Lawler. And then that very same night, 8 o'clock, Harrington Fairgrounds as part of the Delaware State Fair. It is the TNA Wrestling, first time making its grand debut in the state of Delaware. And that is the huge announcement from us this week. I'd like to thank the Delaware State News for providing that story. And that is it for this edition of the Nitro Corner. Tomorrow on the Nitro Corner, part 2 of the weekend report, I'll have more information, hopefully about 1CW. Tomorrow I'm going to be looking up that. Hopefully, if not, I will keep you apprised of it. Also, the Nitro Top 10. It's been after WrestleMania. It's going to be a very interesting Top 10. Until then, this is Paul the Nitro Scover saying, so long, everybody.